Hi, I'm Chris from the Engraver Studio. I'm going to do a presentation here for you on hand engraving. Traditional hand engraving was done by pushing by hand or using what's called a hammer and chisel. Oftentimes the graver was called a burin, and it's basically a wooden handle that has a tool bit or cutting point called a graver inserted in it. And by sharpening it to a certain geometry, we're able to actually cut or incise the metal. And the process really hasn't changed over the years. It's very tedious, and one line is cut at a time. There aren't any kind of computers or anything involved in doing that kind of work. So just so that people have a better understanding of what hand engraving really is all about, I'm going to do some demonstrations here and show you some examples so that you have a better understanding. Today the hammer and chisel and hand pushing has been replaced by pneumatically driven tools which produce the same result. These tools are compact. Inside is a piston, and generally a pulsed air system drives the piston just like the hammer and makes the thing go forward, and you control the cut. So it doesn't take the hand out of hand engraving whatsoever. We like to say it's power assisted, only because of the fact that the power is coming from somewhere other than our own hand there. So I'm going to do some cuts using the pneumatic system, and I'll be demonstrating this while cutting through the microscope. You'll be able to see it very clearly. I can produce the same cuts just pushing it by hand, but it takes a lot more effort. This is steel, and you can see that the result is very much the same. So what the pneumatic systems do is make things a little bit easier and a little bit faster. So I'm going to show you the results of engraving using the pneumatic system. This is the same leaf structure, except it's finished and has all the shading to give it life and form. And I'll show you another plate that has different styles of scrolls and leaves. And I'll do another little quick demonstration here to show you how we do these fine shade lines. It's still very tedious whether you're using power or not, because each one of these shade lines has to be cut individually. So I'll do a little bit of that for you. So a lot of these designs that you see can actually take several hours to produce. And with the use of the pneumatic tools, of course, it just makes it even a little bit faster. We're using magnification here, of course, and I want to give you an idea of the actual size of all of this. So I'll put a ruler in here, and you can see the inch mark and the 1/16 of an inch. So you can see that these structures are very small. With the microscope, of course, it brings it out and it's easy to see, but when you view this with the naked eye, it has a whole different reality to it. So that's just kind of a quick overview of how hand engraving is done. A lot of people think that there's some kind of a machine that does all this work, and it's really done the same as it's always been done forever. It just with a little bit of assist, which is what we like to say today when we use the pneumatic systems.